All right. That's the end of the music, which means that back to we got the one, we got the two, we got the all right.
There it is.
It was
I was a little rusty after a week or two.
I was too much to handle for the fucking application. As soon as I switched it to my face, the whole application died. But we should be coming in good now. It looks like we are good there. So make sure to sound off in the live chat down below there to let us know if the audio and the visuals is coming in a good. But anyway, we got to welcome back to the Truther Cast, home of the Truther Cast. We are here to take your truth order. If you are not familiar with the Truther Cast, we are attempting to not just be two more dudes out there complaining on the old interwebs. But no, man, we got a shtick. That shtick, you know, the shtick. It's to build a better news feed. So, you know, if you're not familiar, just ask some of the regulars and they'll help you around. But we're gonna highlight some shit from last week that I thought was important, some kind of informational news tidbits that maybe fall outside of the mainstream, lamestream kind of news feed, thing. And, you might want to follow these people. That's how you build a better news feed. And, one thing that helps do that, folks, is just heading on over to the website, which sometimes when I do this, it's broken because it's more fun that way. And if you head on over here to the website, you can go up here to the resources tab, down to the recommended list. And right here, folks, is a few honorable mentions that I would recommend to help you build a better news feed. Or if you got a decent one and you just, you're like one of all of my friends that don't like listening to advice, you could, help one of your, family members or friends build a better news feed. And, just force them, just grab the phone, start following the people.
Some might say you grab them by the,
That's the only way I get my friends and family to do things is by forcing them, because otherwise we all just don't want to listen to each other's advice, right?
There's an old saying, you can lead a horse to water and then you can force it to drink.
I agree.
Yep.
Just like somebody forced the dirty Democrats to turn the government back on, I believe.
Yeah, somebody twisted the knife enough. Somebody finally caved. What did happen? What made them finally say, did they even sign up? Like, did they vote in our regards, or did they...
60-40.
Okay, so enough votes finally came in.
Finally came in. So I don't
I
understand
wasn't sure if it was like a time limit thing where it just automatically had to fold, or if it was voting. I figured it's voting only.
So I don't know what convinced them, but I do know that for somehow reason we also pushed in some like get rid of Obamacare type shit. So they're all like wham wham, cry a river, and blah 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 blah.
Heck yeah, that's great. Good to hear.
Okay, Jay Scapone in the chat grabs him by the dick, where we thought it was grabbing by the P word. But, you know, to each their own, you know, like...
Grab a dick and twist it!
Don't do that. That sounds very uncomfortable.
It's my favorite fighting clip.
What's
ever.
that one?
Oh, you see it? So there's some UFC fight going on.
Oh, nice, the UFC.
They had been doing it because this girl just like selfie videoing for no, like this guy behind her. And he just... grab his dick and twist it.
Not recommended, folks.
But it's totally legal UFC move, I'm sure. Yep.
But if you would like to help us keep the lights on, you can click on the little join button down here-ish, I think. Is it reverse? How's it work? Is it like on the other side or the other side? I told myself last week I was going to figure that out, but over here or something like that. So you can go ahead and click that join button. That'll bring you over to Locals Community. If you don't have a Locals Community yet, you should make one, man. You can use your Rumble account if you already got a Rumble account so you can hang out with us in the live chat. So if you don't have one of those or both of those, make them. But if you go over to that Locals Community and you join the Truther Tribe Primo Squad, it's pretty low cost. You know, so if you want to just, you know, throw $1 our way and, you know, help support the channel, that'd be sweet. But if you want to save even more dollars, you could throw in the promo code Better News Feed. Use that one, save a few more dollars. And then Mr. Dan likes to tell people how to, like, support the show for free.
Don't be a hoe. Share the show. Click, clack, knick-knack. Give us a bone, please. Thanks. That's the way to do it for free, folks. It doesn't take much effort, just like 3 calories if you're really sore and not stretched. You haven't done your stretching for the day. You're not very limber, a little tight. 3 calories at most. It's pretty minimal to ask. I'll send a Dorito your way or two, you know, to suffice the 3 calories spent.
There you go. Not bad.
Yeah, so just everybody send all your addresses into the church. No, just kidding. Don't do that, people.
Well, if you send your addresses...
the wild internet. We have trolls out there that like to...
Don't put it in the live chat.
Yeah.
Send it to truthercast@gmail.com. And then maybe we'll send you a free sticker one day.
Yeah. Oh, it would be cool to make some stickers.
Yeah. I was looking into that last week.
I mean, would you want to go into the history? You got some history.
History?
With sticker slapping. Spreading the word. Yeah.
Huh?
InfoWars.
Oh, I used to throw those
Project
around.
Veritas too, right? Wasn't that the main one you used to?
No, the We Are Change one was the one I did the most, probably.
Oh, okay.
I used to put We Are Change stickers around everywhere.
Good group.
Yeah, they were
don't
cool.
Post that often, but the posts are always...
Oh, he'd be on X all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he got a big old community, and they do some survival stuff now.
Ooh, yeah.
He does YouTube videos too, I guess. But
always good.
He's got like, you know, his Primo team is like, they do survival camp trainings, and he puts on like boot camps and stuff.
Those are always important.
Bro,
you never know when you're going to need it. Jamaica.
It sounded like things that I was like,
Hopefully,
oh, bro, we should, like, if we were getting more legit, we'd like bite some of that stuff because that sounds like right up your alley.
Right,
So I thought that'd be cool.
Everybody think about Jamaica just a little bit. Send some positive thoughts their way. Yeah. They got ran over with the hurricane.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. And I got to realize firsthand, like that something must have happened because every year there's a general like population of Jamaicans that have cars that they bring to race and just show up as fans. And you definitely could notice there was a lot less Jamaicans at the event this year, which I'm guessing is unfortunately because they are dealing with, you know, having to rebuild or do
just life.
Who know what? Hopefully not so horrible things, but yeah, they got to deal with all that down there. Because it was the first. I hate to say it, but the stands were a little quieter this year without the Jamaicans in them. Not trying to say like it almost, it kind of would maybe for some people sounds like come off in a bad way, but no, they're like they bring entertainment to the stands. Honestly, like when things are boring, like they never let when it's like quiet on the track, there's never a dull moment. They end up livening up in one way or another. So it's great. So they always bring the best positive energy. There's like nothing that gets a Jamaican down. Like they're probably over there partying, picking up the pieces of their villages to. They got cities. So I don't want to make it sound like they're so underdeveloped and whatnot.
So Dan's totally fine with screaming, grab him by the dick and twist it, but he's like, the Jamaicans weren't there and it wasn't loud. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings.
Yeah.
Don't want to say anything untoward, guys.
Don't want to piss my. I just don't want to have them think I'm saying something a certain way because no.
What? Because they're pussies? No, they probably know they're loud.
I'm saying they're the opposite of pussies.
That's like saying Scott wasn't around and it was quiet. There was no echo. And me being like, oh, I can't believe he said that about me.
Yeah, pretty much. My tisms are showing.
Us loud people know we loud. I mean,
my social incapabilities are showing at the moment.
Well, what's funny was you were just like, I'm going to yell like an explicit sentence phrase, but then you're like, some libtards might be offended by me saying the Jamaicans are loud.
Well, the dick twisted thing, it doesn't carry the same. Well, you have to do it like he does the video.
Offensive.
I mean, you just have to portray it as accurate as possible. I'm
but
not
all the
do
Christians listening to the show are like, hey,
what?
These guys in their
Everybody's
mouth.
got a dick.
Their potty mouth.
A wiener, a penis. Great. Now I'm going to get clipped on the internet saying all these.
Yeah, and you keep saying weird things, so it's really hard for me to transition to the other sponsor of the show. Palate cleanse.
There you go.
One more way to help out around here and keep the lights on is, checking out my company, Revival Tech. If you got a computer and you just use it at all, but or if you got a small business, this week I thought I would highlight the small business because I turned on this AI employee thing on the website, and it's pretty sick. So it's like the same one that I had when you could call my phone and I didn't answer or something like that. But now you can actually just call from the effing website. Like, that's sick. So most people are on their phone anyway, so it'll feel like a phone call or something. Mm-hmm. So like desktop or phone. But you click that and then you talk to my friend Alfred, who's my digital assistant, and it answers all the questions and blah blah blah.
Couldn't have been a better assistant name.
I thought it was cool.
Hugh Batman.
Yeah, like the butler name, right? Yeah. So if you got a small business or you know somebody that got a small business, have them hit me up because I would love to help out and install an AI employee. I'm about to go live with one for my accountant, and I'm really excited to see how that goes because it's going to replace a front desk human. So, bummer. So sad for the 3 front desk ladies that have been fired in the 10 years I've been working with them, but why were they fired?
Yeah.
So, who do I feel bad for? The people that got fired or my buddy who lost his ish trying to deal with these 3 women that just couldn't listen to the how to do their job and kept getting mouthy about it.
Yeah, just
she didn't want to work there,
You'll find your spot in it wasn't that great of a fit, I guess.
Worked really good at Starbucks and Target. She worked great. She could talk to people as much as she wanted and kind of do whatever within those, confines. At the accounting firm, not the greatest. So check me out, revivaltechsolutions.com. Go in, check that out. But hit the start a ticket thing or something or call me and I can help you out with your small business and install some AI shit, bruh. Be on the edge. Don't be afraid of it. It's, probably a long way down the road before it takes over. And, the singularity happens. But, while things are okay now, perhaps we should utilize it and maybe even, do the Elon Musk and just get a brain chip and then it won't want to kill you because it's relying on you. Yeah. I'm really torn on the concept still.
Yeah, I'm just going to keep going all natural and keep studying Tatarian society because they seem to had their brain supercomputers unlocked.
Yeah.
And I don't think they had chips in their brain at that point. So Got to be something we're just missing here.
So the Tartarian thing's wild too, because they also had like woo-woo energy in the buildings, and then it was like a protectant from demons and blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
Tim Pool had a cool one. If you're into this, man, he had a full Culture War podcast, so it was like a 2-3 hour long one with a pastor that specializes in exorcisms, and he explained the entire demons, kind of like, you know, just swaying somebody, and then also full possession in a very Christian yet logical way. And the whole thing he really reiterated was like, we do a whole bunch of things about asking them before we actually go to like, oh, they're possessed, to make sure they're just not crazy. So like, hey, we take it very seriously. And then, oh, hey, it is extremely serious. I've seen this crazy thing, this crazy thing. He claims he's seen levitation. He's seen face being, you know, shape changing, you know.
The shapeshifters.
Right. And then he also agreed, we don't know whether that's physically changing the face or they're changing your perception.
Right.
But he was talking about the guy he studies from, so like the master above him, and he said there's like 3 different ways they do it. And one of them was just manipulating your imagination. And he said very often that's the one they do the most, which is why 2 people will see different things. Or maybe one doesn't see it at all because they're not being able to be imagination, you know, manipulated or something. And it's like, that's an interesting way to explain, oh, well, I didn't see it like what you see.
You
like,
know what show portrays it that way?
I mean, I thought Constantine, for a lot of the stuff he was talking about, which one makes you think?
Supernatural.
Yeah? Was that one like that?
Yeah, they actually do it where, wait, maybe I'm getting mixed up. Don't hold that one for a fact. I might be getting that one mixed up with another Exorcist movie. But they had
Supernatural movie or a show?
It was a show.
Yeah.
It was a show with
big show, right? Yeah.
What's his face? The dude that all the girls are just oh my god.
Yeah, no idea.
He's so hot.
1, I don't know the show much, and 2, I don't know who the chicks think is the. Oh my god.
Yeah, I can't think of even any other works that he's in to try to.
If it's not about Donald Trump, I just keep scrolling. So we can get on into the locals community here, folks. Make sure to hit that join button. Sign on up. You don't have to donate to join. It is free, and you can lurk. But if you would like to donate, it would be very much appreciated because we do this show for free, and we have not yet found a sponsor to sell out to. But not like we would or anything. We, you know, like, I would get sponsored by Smith & Wesson, like Steven Crowder. I think that's a great sponsor to be sponsored by.
That would be great.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I wouldn't mind that.
Yeah.
Jerry Mikulek, shout us out to Smith & Wesson.
Yeah, okay. You got a plug?
he don't even know who I am. That's for sure. No. If anybody knows who Jerry Mikulek is, he has many world records for fastest 7 shots in under all this crazy stuff. He's like sponsored by Smith & Wesson.
Jay Scapone said, "Why do the mics have do-rags?" I don't think it's doing anything, but it was an attempt to block audio coming from this angle to try and limit or mitigate.
There's supposed to be a digital setting for this, but we're going half manual, hoping the digital works, and then adding some manual possible support.
Like the digital just doesn't do the job.
Just getting new mics might just have to be the only way this works.
I mean, it's really looking like that way 2 years in. I just don't get it.
Like, I've seen a lot of other people on it, and it doesn't sound like this, so I don't.
They don't have Blue Yetis and then multiple people. It's one person with a Blue Yeti, right?
Probably can't remember that fact.
I know, right?
That specific.
Everybody with multiple, I don't see a Blue Yeti. So I'm curious. But when we figure out what it is, I'm going to be so salty, like most tech things.
Let's just get.
It was that the whole time.
Let's just get a pair of Turtle Beaches.
Yeah. Just do it with the headset.
A couple pair of Turtle Beaches. Coming in.
All right. So, we like reverse chronological now. So why not just start with some shit I was posting today? What was this one? Not much to get into here yet, but we'll just honorable mention to see if we, end up coming back to this soon because of voting fraud. But the New Jersey had a vote in every single county shifted left.
Oh man, it's just videos.
biased,
It's
but
just
that's
videos
crazy.
all over Instagram and X on people refusing to get their IDs seen at when they were voting for in New York.
It was like they seemed real or something.
Oh, like
Real video or something.
It was like he put his phone where
Like it seemed legit.
and it was selfie recording him so you could hear and see just him, and he's trying to show them their ID, and they're like, no.
Bro, that's what they do. That's what they do here in Illinois to us.
Yeah.
When we go vote, they're like, oh no, we don't need that. I'm like, yeah, I forgot. Illinois is a no ID needed to vote bullshit.
It's just a full we are a cheater state.
But what does the live chat think, man? What do you think the odds on it are? Rigged or not rigged? The dirty Democrats, where New Jersey is similar to Illinois, where I believe it's up there in corruption and property taxes. Us in New Jersey flip back and forth for highest property taxes in the nation.
Yeah, and most corrupt state in the country.
Is it right?
Yeah. So it's between us and New Jersey.
I mean, not even New York, right? Like New Jersey's beating it. Like
New Jersey's the actual bigger one. Which the funny part is, I figured since New York just went communist, all the businesses are now going to pull out and go to, because basically over there in Jersey, New York, people just they just depending each year when the law is always like changing, and so they just like change headquarters, like go to New York, and they're back in Jersey, and then they're in New York,
right?
But
and then
Jersey's gonna get, which nobody, it ain't good for nobody. The state stinks like shit. Now adding more people, it ain't gonna help that problem. Nobody likes being in Jersey because it's like Illinois, but they don't have another like it's at a lot of those businesses need that harbor. They need to be on the water. So they don't really have many other options.
Great opportunity, because speaking of stinks like shit, have you heard of India?
I'm not surprised at all if anybody's around the trucking community and stuff, you get to learning things. Or if you watch India street food videos for 1 minute, you will understand why people talk about getting sick when they eat and they're not from India and they go to India and eat the street food, or just not like I don't even know if they do. Do they have McDonald's and stuff in India? I would think. Maybe.
I'm pretty sure they've been
this is
westernized.
I'm Googling this. I need to know if there is regular. They've got to be that
so
big.
For the record, the live chat agrees, but we're all biased around here. Definitely rigged in New Jersey. Everyone was super excited to go double, triple, quadruple vote online. Yeah, that's ridiculous. But I was not going to cover this one because when I saw the post come across my feed.
Well, hold on. One more point too that's important about that last thing. Prediction here. Why they're doing this with New York, and then if we see New Jersey fall, watch. They're going to keep trying to take the upper northeast corner. They're trying to turn.
Like it's already super blue, yeah.
They're trying. Well, once they get it, everybody like full Muslim, communist, whatever regime, because it's going to vary a little bit from state to state.
You said they take
Michigan,
it. I thought you just meant blue.
Minnesota is now basically all complete Muslim states.
Those are like
they're north. A couple states there's north central.
Many states, right?
So like what I'm getting into is military strategic wise. They've depicted it, so I don't see how it isn't.
But isn't Minnesota on the other side of North and South Dakota? So they're kind of far away.
It's on the east side. Minnesota's on the east side of North and South Dakota.
So it is in between. Yeah, it is in between North and South Dakota and us.
Because it's
Lake
whatever.
It's a little bit of a
Lake whatever up above there, and then it is Michigan's in the middle, and then Minnesota is kitty corner of Wisconsin right there,
right
next to the water,
right.
But anyways, they are. What more likely is going to happen is, just if anybody's seen Red Dawn, any of these movies, and what we've heard, millions of military-aged males are who cross the border
right
during Biden. So, and we've We've already confirmed
Everyone's
with the
saying
woman
20
out of the
million
Sean
now.
Ryan podcast that was ex-CIA.
Mm-hmm.
She spilled the beans on there's terrorist organizations, and they don't know the exact number, but they have at least a few thousand, and they are setting themselves up in big cities strategically across the
terrorist sales, they call them.
Yeah. Well, so from a military strategy point, because the only way they know they can take us is within. They aren't like, if they are battling us on another part of the world, we're winning. They have to try to take us from just like, the strong beast. The only way you're killing him is getting him the heart.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way, if you're going to dismember us as America, is us from within, from in our own walls.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so since we have water on each side, think about it. East Coast, other side of the Atlantic. What are all those countries to us?
Shithole countries.
Sorry, allies. Disregard that comment. We love you. You're great. Those are all our ally countries.
Oh, okay.
NATO.
Not shithole countries.
All that stuff. No, they're all I'm not talking about southeast. I'm talking about northeast.
Less shithole country.
Non-third world. We're past third world.
But they still suck. They're letting everybody in through the border. It's not good.
But those are our that's our closest allies, like in bond wise and mileage wise. What's on our west coast across that ocean? And this is probably why all America.
I don't know. I wasn't listening. I looked at the live chat. I'm just like, I didn't know it was quiz time. Sorry.
West Coast, past Pacific Ocean. What's over there? Past Hawaii, because we know Hawaii's there. But what's past Hawaii?
Like Japan?
And then past Japan, because Japan is also a tiny one. China. Other big communists.
Russia.
Okay, our two biggest enemies. Our two biggest enemies.
Yeah.
So do you see what's happening here? They are trying to take over our East Coast states. So then our allies can't get to us from our closest. They're going to try to cut us off. That's our like.
But I don't even feel like they're our allies anymore, just on paper, bro. And then they're all deep state and the whole Europe's trash and they don't align with MAGA.
Well, either way, they're basically building a separation of us to any possible help. They're cornering us in.
They, dog? I don't feel like Muslims have taken over entire states or anything yet. So it's just Democrats over there.
So, yeah. No, let's just go on with this.
You think that it was like radical Muslims taking over or something?
Yeah, I don't know.
Not sure.
No.
How's Steph?
Well, let's just keep on moving.
Speaking of
let's get back talking about poop.
I wasn't gonna cover this, bro, because I saw the kid. Yeah, and he's like Tyler something. He does the like guy on the streets or whatever. And so he posted a trailer that he was gonna make a documentary about going over to India and covering their poop festival where they eat and throw poop at each other. Not human poop. It's cow poop because, like the cow is sacred.
I mean, everybody played in mud pies growing up, right? Cow pies. Everybody was eating cow pies from Little Debbie. So.
Like the chocolate ones, not the actual poop ones, maybe. But he posted a trailer and then recently said that, he's going to cancel the release of the documentary because he underestimated the Indian population, which has now doxed him and his parents and threatened to murder him if he was to release this documentary.
Yeah, sounds about right.
So we've got our good friend of the show, Mr. Benny Johnson, covering this one. We've got a couple of highlights here.
Here's Robbie on his throne rocket. Blasting off. Wait, make that blasting out. Ow! Big Baba and the diaper dive. Charging like a bull. That's a mud hug for the history books.
The rocket was great. Side info to the story. McDonald's has operated in India since 1996. First location in New Delhi and then soon another in Mumbai. Apparently they have options like the McAloo and the McAloo Tiki and the Paneer wrap.
Interesting. So, spruce it up a little bit to change it up for the local menu.
Yeah. Now you guys know about Indian
Yeah, good to know.
McDonald's.
Is it like a Big Mac?
That's
but
your
like
Snapple fact of the day.
pita?
Right? Yeah, who knows? I can't imagine.
Wow, that is a large stockpile of cow dung. How long did it take to collect all this poop?
5 months, 6 months. It's perfect.
Fresh right there.
You smell it for bad. Scientific taste for eating for little bit daily. Scientific taste for it's for not coming for cancer.
This dude straight up he's eating cow poop in order to prevent cancer.
Just a small amount.
You can eat it.
Okay, so this helps the immune system.
It's important to acknowledge that cow dung is considered holy in Hinduism and believed to have purifying and sanctifying properties.
Oh, no! I've been hit! Truckloads of poop just dumped out into the main city street right now. My feet instantly sunk into it. Oh my goodness.
Then the gladiators entered the poop coliseum.
Even the young one. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, my God.
I wish I could say I didn't know the taste these tasting.
Getting stressed out just watching it. So Tyler Oliveira released.
I mean,
and you're never not gonna eventually get some poop in your mouth at the farm.
it's like an accident, bro. I don't know about this like poop festival shit. But then I thought this was an interesting one to bring up because it makes me kind of come to like one of the topics of the week or like the multiple weeks with the whole deportation thing. Everybody's talking about, oh my God, what do you mean we're going to deport all these people? What happened to melting pot? Oh, America, the melting pot. Yeah, dog. What if we all moved over to India and we're like, we're getting rid of the poop festival? We think we don't like the poop festival and we're the ones moving in here now. They're going to be like, no, actually, the poop festival is a thing that we have done for a very long time, so we are going to need the poop festival. It is not something that you are going to remove. It is like my father's father and his father's father have been doing the poop festival. They will be upset. And so when you come over here, you're going to not poop festival, okay? Melting pot means you assimilate with a culture, that culture being American culture, not you come over here. Like, that's not what melting pot means. So that's the other one that pisses me off listening to some of the talking heads, right? Last like few weeks. Nobody points out when somebody says, oh, well, what about melting pot? Nobody points out, hey, dude, that means you're supposed to melt in together. Like when you put everything in a melting pot, not one thing stays the same way as it did.
Yeah.
It melts in on the thing. Right?
I mean, essentially.
I don't know. So like that's insane. That's their culture. Nito Bambito. Keep that shit back in India, dog. And do your thing or whatever. But that's hilarious because that sounds absolutely bonkers to me.
I mean, yeah, it's like I don't know, because like, do we care that? I mean, they'll have Mexican Fest or China Fest, Sushi Fest, which everybody just knows sushi goes with Japan. It's like, yeah, that's fine because those aren't things involving like nasty stuff. It's funny because I think we actually took to this congressionally a while back because there's like, that's why we have laws against certain stuff where they just can't do that because we don't want it in our society because it's just deemed like old world weird. Like we've found out things now in modern culture, and that's just eat some yogurt. It's the same. Eat some good Greek yogurt. You'll get the same probiotics in your stomach.
Dude. Yeah, no
that
shit.
The cow shit's in there without the side effect of the maggot laid eggs in the cow shit.
Yeah, no joke, bro.
Like,
and then and then also it's all well and good until somebody takes over a culture. So that's where people are worried about the whole like the Muslim takeover thing where, hey, not all Muslims are bad people. Hey, it's an extreme Muslim thing that people are concerned about. So,
yeah,
I mean, I just thought
we can like,
that's a great example.
We can do one quick little search right now.
Cultures be different, bro.
To
poop festival. What the F, man?
Let's see if their theory has any strength to it.
That thumbnail though, bro.
Okay, so yeah, the life expectancy in India is around 72 and a half, with the males being 70 and a half, and the females getting to 73.6 years on
That's
average old.
like about the global average nowadays.
I was gonna say, so let's see the U.S. I don't think it's that much different.
In Hinduism, it is believed that goddess Lakshmi resides in cow dung, which is considered sacred and purified.
I mean, you know what? If a priest takes toilet water and blesses it, what all is it really gonna do in blessing it? It's still toilet water.
Well, you don't believe, man.
But I mean, I guess water was turned into wine, so I'm
Which has
sure
nothing to do with my priest because he ain't Jesus, bro.
I'm sure he could turn shit water into drinkable water, but nobody wants to think about that. Anyways, back to seeing if they have any authority in saying it's good for the immune system. Probably not, because the average life expectancy in the U.S. is 78 and a half years old. That doesn't seem, it's still in the 70s, but when you're getting up
now,
there, that's quite a few more years. So I would have to say, not having shit in your diet is a winner. Scoreboard.
That's crazy.
You live longer. Immune system must be. Oh no, it's not our immune systems are better. It's because we're pumped full of so many artificial drugs just to keep us going for years until we grow. Actually, the ones that aren't on the drugs are in their 80s, 90s all day long.
Yeah,
so,
all day long.
Which I feel like one of the oldest people on Earth though actually was from India. That is what is a little maybe controversial in that.
Maybe he was controversial and didn't partake in the
I was going to say, we also don't know if he's the standard eating shit Indian or not. Because apparently that's the standard.
Well, this just ruined me getting upset at an Indian man now, because when I tell him to go eat shit, I gotta like change my like angry thing to yell at him. He'll be like,
know that.
"No problem, brother. Thank you very much. That is a very great idea. I want to go do eating the shit. No problem."
Good reminder. It's been 12 hours. I do need to get in my dose.
We were fighting, but now we have made up. You have told me to go eat the holy sacred shit. Everything is great now, buddy. Thank you very much, my friend.
No, I think that's just like any other culture. Like there's Americans that believe like, you know, hook, line, and sinker in some way to do something, and then there's a whole other half of the country that's like, yeah, no, they're weird.
What?
I'm sure I know there's a lot of these that are like, yeah, no, that's gross.
Over here in the West, we have furry conventions where they look at us like we're retarded.
Exactly. No places. That's why no place can fully or like point the finger at judge, because every place has their other people are gonna look at you like, well, you guys do that? That's weird.
Okay, wait.
Which is just all culture differences at the end of the day for the most part, because you just go through different experiences because you have different environments around you, and that's just, you only are left with so many options. It's just a mathematics plot. You can, if you have, it's a numbers thing. That's why numbers rule the shit. There's only so many different ways it can go.
Yes, a lot of shit's ruled. So I'm gonna have to hit my landlord up because he's my resident Indian man that I know. Or maybe I'll just go ask my neighbors. But I need to know two questions, bro. Is this even normal to the normal Indian? Or is this like their furry convention where most Indians are like, not the people with the shit eating again. They give us the bad name. and then too.
Just like Jews. No, we care about the other people. We're not the Jews that are out there just murdering. We're not the Bolsheviks, damn it.
You know, there's extremists in everything, right? You know? Yeah. And then two, I forgot, because that one just, I can't imagine asking an Indian person, hey, bro, I heard about this thing the other day.
Man.
I gotta ask, bro.
All I can tell you.
Do you eat shit, or is that like weird?
All I can say is, if I
go, don't do it about the shit eating.
Oh man, I ain't eating. They're not supposed to know about the shit eating. That's why you don't eat Indian street food, because you see what they do. Like normally they just throw in shit with their bare hands, and then what happens is they don't have utensils or the rubber gloves or nothing when you go to the street food. They just use their hand that just threw shit somewhere or wiped their ass or whatever, and they just literally scoop the food bare hand and put it in there.
But that's why they wipe with their left hand so they can shake with the right, though, is what I was told in history. Well, now, dude, I'm a little bit upset because my apartment smells like baby diaper shit half the time, and I thought it was just the curry cooking, or the dung. What is it called? It's called the dung weed or something like that, bro. It's literally known as like a poop smelling weed they use as a spice in the food. But maybe they're eating shit too, man. Now
Probably
I don't know.
where the original skunky smelled weed.
Now I don't know.
Got its name.
Well, Wilkins saying in the chat had a good point. Duh. Over in McDonald's in India, you ain't getting no quarter pounder.
Oh yeah, no, they'd see it as evil as shit.
Yeah, you ain't getting no like you ain't getting no
kill our
beef burger
cows?
over there. Like,
Oh dear, we shall smite you.
Wilkinson said, "I'm really on board with what Andy said. Yeah, devil's dung. That's what they call the weed."
Devil's dung.
Wilkinson said, "I'm really on board with what Andy said, and it's a distraction tactic to get the heat off the Israeli cabal." Which one is? Which one? The shit eating contest? What's the distraction? Yeah, it's known as devil's dung. Like that, people that like it don't call it that, I don't think, but around
people
around
that
the world,
like
there,
call the devil's lettuce.
it's known as the devil's dung because it reeks like poop. It's no good.
You know, these people think they're good with their devil's lettuce. Little do they know the poop is better.
Okay. Big highlight of the week. I wasn't going to post it because it's a little speculative right now. So, allegedly, this section is called allegedly.
And I was staying in the town that they're from.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah, I heard that. I heard it like in Alexandria. I'm like, oh, man, look at that. I'm in Alexandria right now. I wonder where she's at.
Oh, the chick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when I heard the news, I was like, oh, no shit. And I just happen to be in Alexandria right now. That's weird.
So we, the interwebs, believes to have found who the J6 pipe bomber is. And it was a ex-FBI, I think? FBI person who then left the FBI 6 months after J6. And so this guy is Robert, I can't pronounce his last name yet, Guvia. But he's an internet lawyer, YouTuber man. So I haven't had a reason to highlight this guy very often, but go follow him on the YouTubes and build a better newsfeed today, folks. Robert Guvia, Esquire. But type in Robert Guvia, Gouveia. So this guy's really good, man, but he covers thingies and then a little bit more from like legal angles usually. But the big news here, folks, is we may have found the person. And I think one of the things that's like bury the lead, there is a fresh, current, ongoing J6 committee that's like not talked about much.
Yeah.
So like that's why we're getting new, like we got the footage last week or 2 weeks ago or some shit.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah, there's a new J6 committee, but the interweb believes we have figured out who this is. So now we demand that this woman be investigated. I want court records.
Them and a bunch of others.
Yeah.
We need arrests and investigations to keep on going.
Where's there was like a clippy.
He also said, I was the only member of Congress to question FBI Director Wray, ATF Director Dadelbach, Assistant FBI Director of the D.C. office about the sketchy circumstances about this. Turns out it was every bit as bad as I expected. The rot goes deep, right? And now she's over at the CIA. Kyle Seraphin, who you heard in the article, said, a woman who testified in court about J6, who worked for the Congressional Praetorian Guard, who somehow passed a CIA polygraph despite having left pipe bombs around D.C. on Jan 5, has been able to elude an $11 billion investigative agency that offers offered a $500,000 reward for 5 years. Shout out to Steve. Presuming that this is accurate, it looks accurate. I mean, she fits the story perfectly. It's a training operation. She comes in, plants these things, walks around. FBI covers up all the cell data. FBI covers up the video footage. They come testify about it. No, I do. She goes, works for the CIA. Whole thing's perfect. So I'm sure there's many more people involved in it. But Thomas says, America is waking up today to learn the Capitol Police turned CIA orchestrated the pipe bombs on J6. And if they did that, what else did they do? And the FBI has covered it up for 4 years. I questioned Ray about this. All of them played dumb. They didn't even care. And now we're supposed to trust that the FBI is like going to do a great job with the Butler investigation.
Right, bro. That's what we're all saying, right, dude? It's like you say this lie or that lie, it destroys credibility for all other things. And it's tough not to, throw the baby out with the bathwater on many things. But God bless, this is like, ridiculous. Oh, putting hate on the Muslims is a distraction from the Israeli cabal thing. Interesting. That's what Andy Frisella was saying.
Yeah, until they militarily do a strategic placement of other people, and then they make their moves.
Very, very interesting. But if you want to watch more of this, it's over here on the locals. I posted it, so just hit that join button or go over to locals.massdash.com. And then it's just like a couple down, but this was a good coverage of the potential J6 pipe bomber, man. I want damn answers, God bless it. I want answers. We got to get rid of them pardons, and then we can put the people in jail. So last week, I don't know if you had time to watch the show. I'm glad you're back, by the way.
Yeah, well, I watched some of it. I fell asleep.
I covered that we got, you were like, oh, trying to get in the chat, but like,
oh, dude, I was.
You should have watched it through the week. Come on.
I was spent.
Well, that's obviously why you didn't show up.
I was in procrastinating. Now I got to get everything ready before I head off for several days.
So last week we had they have wrapped up the package of all the pardons should be removed, null and void, and have given it to Pam Bondi. So we've given it to the person that we don't like always so far. So we're hoping to God that she just doesn't pull a jackbutt and not do something. But
she doesn't pull an Amber Heard on us,
bruh. So we're hoping, bro. I forget the guy who was on the Benny Johnson show, but he's like a representative. He says the committee has packaged it all up, all ready to go, handed it off to Pam Bondi, and hey, dude, we should get rid of all these pardons, and then we can start subpoenaing and indicting, and then people from the J6 committee, people like Tony Fauci, maybe, so like a little bit of hopium, but God bless. Hopefully something comes of it. My goodness, I tell ya.
Well, if you don't have any hopium, it's not going to happen at all. So.
Right. This one's a little quickie because this is a great one to have over in the locals community, folks, because it's like a non-censored Google that's curated to your mind bullets for argumentation on the interwebs, or with maybe a friend or family member or middle of the roader that's like, it's just so mean. Oh my God. Well, here's an example of ICE not being too mean where I disagree, bro. I think these Karens that are driving around and exposing where ICE raids are, two criminal aliens are kind of somewhat aiding and abetting.
It happens in all sorts of different ways, just like that, and people on Facebook doing what they, accused the Republicans doing of inciting violence and all this crap. This woman literally commented, it actually happened in DC over the weekend. Wasn't far from where I was at. I guess some young kid got pulled out of where he was working because he was there illegally. And so some woman on Facebook commented on the post, man, where's the boys at so they can light that part of the neighborhood up?
Dang.
So, oh man, I don't know if she expected me to randomly see that comment and tag her and the FBI in the post and ask them if that was a legal thing or not, what she was doing. So, yeah, if you want to keep doing these things, you might actually reap some real consequences if you want to be silly and not understand what you're actually doing. Because that's the thing. People that say ignorant, silly things like this is because they are ignorant and knowing the law and consequences of their actions.
At
is what you're discussing here. Of the time.
Yes. And so that's what I feel like this woman doesn't understand, right? Because she's over here like ratting out ICE aids, raids and agents and, possibly causing them harm, right? So she got a little stop, but the guy was too nice in my humble opinion.
Yeah, because they could easily have taken her to court and basically, made things look a little bit more in the favor of theirs, as she was what's it called? Where they're standing in the way of justice.
Obstruction of justice.
Obstruction of justice. Yeah, they'd get her locked up on obstruction of justice.
Being a smartass says "F you" and then starts driving off speedily, and then like forgets that they're police officers or something.
We're up with you.
Well, yeah, because you know what attitude does that, and what is
liberal white women
making all these problems. What's the main
Democrats
bit of it?
Right,
If you could bring it to
liberalism,
one thing. Entitlement.
Yeah, I'm with you. Oh no, she got stopped up. Hey there, ma'am. I seen you were trying to run away from me.
Hey, wait.
Oh, you're still trying to run away from me. Yeah, no.
That's probably a worse idea there, ma'am.
No, like I'm actually gonna stop you here.
Yeah. I gave you a chance to kind of say sorry and run away, but see, you're a real Karen, and now we're gonna have to make a point with you.
So this guy's recording you, just a heads up.
I don't know why we became Canadians
long
right
story
now,
short, she starts crying like a little baby girl. Please, 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 I'm just a mom. Oh boy. And the Iceman was too nice and told everybody to back off and said, okay, ma'am, calm down. Just take a deep breath. Go on ahead, get out of here. Just pull off, go away. All right, like, bro.
I'd be willing to bet.
Okay.
After that, she called all her friends. She posted on Facebook, basically talking shit.
Right. Yeah, I gave it to a man.
These people are absolute. They're gonna be. And keeps talking crap about what they're doing. Like, you know what?
Right here.
Y'all should just get on a plane and ship yourselves out with them.
Okay. Take a deep breath.
Can I just, I'm shaking.
You may leave. Please turn around. I'm gonna stop traffic for you. Go. Okay.
New York's moving.
He didn't even say like,
You know what's
don't
great?
do this ever again. He was like, okay, like he went nice cop.
Did you notice a real key, I think, fun part of this?
No.
Didn't he seem Hispanic?
Oh yeah.
Oh, so a Hispanic guy enforcing ICE.
He must be a
She could
legal
not,
citizen.
She could not believe herself. She probably couldn't believe her eyes. He probably didn't even have the tone of skin, like her brain. Just like how we're talking about the exorcisms and stuff. Her brain literally doesn't even see his skin colors as such, because she's so pre-programmed from all the garbage that, like, I mean, just like, well, we went into this a while back, how it's a mental illness problem.
Right.
And this is why we had loony hospitals, because some people literally, there's something in their brain where, it's not just a colorblind thing. They'll be like, yeah, look, there's a tarantula just chilling up in the corner playing a ukulele. Like, no, dog, it definitely isn't. Like, I don't know where you're seeing that, what universe you're in, and they insist that it's there. Well, yeah, so some people's brains literally just make stuff up in this dimension that isn't there except for only them and not us. Is this something we don't understand? Maybe they have a superpower? I don't know, maybe, but either way, the only way we can classify for the most part is being loony. And some of these people might literally have this looniness, and we're just not even realizing it, because we're kind of like, no, we've evolved past those times, guys. Come on, we're not putting people in straitjackets anymore. Like, we're too evolved as a society to have mentally ill. No, their brains literally are seeing figments of imagination.
Well, that's why we got rid of the mental insane asylums and stuff, right? Is because of like, PR or like, or BPC and then like feelings based.
Well, that was more likely part of the plan to slowly degrade society because that's the only way you
also
take down a
nut
culture
jobs
like
out
ours.
or something. Yeah. But then they also were saying they were racist. They were saying like, oh, they're just putting blacks in there and calling them crazy or something. And it's like, perhaps that's true somewhere, but like then we should fix the system.
Again,
maybe
I'm sure it's not like it couldn't have happened for one occurrence. Doesn't mean all of them are like that.
Yeah, not baby bathwater again. I mean, call me crazy.
I blame Drake for that one. 0 to 100 has got everybody baby out with the bathwater, just like
it
0 to 100 like that.
It is almost like that song may have been cursed because I don't know if it's just when we heard about it, but I do feel like everybody became very 0 to 100 ever since that song came out.
Yeah.
Very interesting. And it's not like he's part of the Masonic order, and it's not like he's half Jewish or anything.
It's not like he's got that owl symbol that goes into some certain things, and
it's not like he could be a high order Mason or anything. So who knows,
Yeah. Either way, count me jealous. I've seen his crib. I sure wish I had a crib like that. But
all you gotta do is sell your soul to Satan.
I was gonna say I at least own my soul. Well, at least for as far as I know. Maybe a prior life or something. I don't know exactly how all this works.
Paying off a soul debt?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know exactly how that stuff works. Maybe my soul is connected to a debt.
You hang out with me and you're on the Truther Cast, so you can't be possessed by a demon. I would have kicked you out already or gotten you, exorcised.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
What's the act of being an exorcist? Is it exercising?
Exercising my exorcisms. As an exorcist.
Yeah, I gotta go exercising. Oh, you're working out again? I'm just.
I'm an exercising.
No, actually, I'm a priest. You didn't know? I didn't.
I'm an exercising exorcist, exercising my exorcism rights to exercise.
So you can't have a long beard if you're a priest, because then no one would see your collar and know that you were a priest. I'd just be like, hey, just to let you know, don't be mean around me. I'm a priest, okay?
Oh well, heck no! I just figured out the new. Biggest trend, new look. No. The opposite Hitler. The new one is going to be, you got that collar piece.
Right.
And so you just carve out a slot in the middle of your goatee and chin all the way down so you can see just the slide in the collar.
Or just the part in the collar. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe. Yeah. I don't got to go all the way from here.
No, from lip. because the Hitler had a little bit on the upper lip, so now you got to shave it off on the lower lip.
I'm out.
And down.
Cancel.
It'd be a heck of a look.
No, I'm not into it.
It definitely, I think, is the new age Hitler.
I feel like that. I've seen a biker do something like that. Well, it's like smaller handlebars.
I mean, definitely somebody's
or larger handlebars.
Right. There's always been the beard split. Like that's not a new thing.
Yeah.
But like making sure it's like super square right down the center. And we'll now see bikers aren't priests. They don't have the collar. That's what makes it. Because they'll realize they can only see the collar through that little slit through the beard.
Sweet Lord. With no segue, I switch to the AG of Florida. What a man over here. So, hey, let's all go on the X and praise this homie. His name is James Youthmeyer. Mr. James Youthmeyer over here on the X has stated that they have now launched an investigation into JP Morgan Chase while coordinating with Jack Smith and the Biden DOJ's Operation Arctic Frost, which, if you're unfamiliar, Arctic Frost has now been declassified to us somewhat. And we know that the Joe Biden administration was literally targeting over 100 conservative commentators and other political figures. They were wiretapping. Well, some people argue not wiretapping, but collecting phone records of sitting United States representatives in the House. So like Arctic Frost under Joe Biden was literally an investigation into their political enemies, whether they were private citizens or political officials. And so now the AG over here in Florida is looking into this shit, but specifically JP Morgan, who debanked the Florida-based Trump Media Group and was harming the company just before it went public.
And JP Morgan I've heard has been into a couple different interesting.
Yeah, when did they
things.
come up last on the most effed up thing
I don't know about
situation?
last, like if you're talking about like on the cast or whatnot. I was gonna bring up.
Yeah, maybe I misspoke last with the
there's
big
something
one.
going on with them and the Bitcoin right now.
No, it's Epstein. They were involved in the Epstein thing.
Yeah,
They were allowing all the money to be funneled around and blah, blah, blah. And then the people of Little St. James Island were trying to actually sue them because of it. So like JP Morgan, super shady, man. And then how many like drug busts have been found on freighters of JP Morgan?
Right,
and
yeah.
With the Bitcoin that
Man,
you're talking about?
I bet the bonuses working at JP Morgan are wild.
Yeah, right.
Here's a brick. Welcome to the company.
and a woman. The two things that we trafficked over here on this boat.
A girl and a brick. Merry Christmas. It's your bonus.
It's just not so
What
good,
the
man.
hell, Bill?
Yeah. Like Wilkinson says in the chat, bro, the cocaine boat. Don't forget that one, too.
Banana boats.
Yep. Yeah, JP Morgan Chase is definitely known to be a little bit crooked, man, just like all of them. God bless.
Man. Hit up the chat if you know about the original banana phone.
The banana phone? I remember a
familiar
football
with
phone.
the banana phone? Banana phone.
Oh, yeah. What was that from? I just like remember people
I
talking
think I might
about
be
it. Like,
mixing two though, but they're like this guy. I actually had a cassette
That's
back
like an
in the day.
old
This
thing.
guy had some banana phone.
Yeah, it's like
it
an
was this
oldie
whole
thing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's an oldie.
Yeah.
That was like our
It was
parents' time.
semi-popular. Like there was a
no,
couple
it was
other kids
popular.
I knew that knew about the banana phone.
No, but I think it was like our parents' time thing or something. So then, like
Cassette. Yeah.
I'm saying, it's
I'm
popular
aware-
before you found out about it. Like it was like you
Oh
were
yeah,
just
that's what I was saying. It's a
Bet,
cassette.
bet.
Obviously, parents' time.
Sure,
like,
sure.
Cassette was like
Well, I had
just
cassettes.
ending at our childhood.
Yeah,
It was
I had some
phasing out.
cassettes.
Man, you kids aren't ever gonna understand the evolution we've went through.
Yeah.
Like y'all just got this thing that holds all. Never understand from the original floppy to then the
Yeah.
modified floppy.
Remember zip disk?
No.
Zip disk was a weird one. It was right after floppy, before CDs.
Oh, okay.
It was like more space than a floppy, but
Was that the smaller but looked like a floppy?
no,
Is that
it
what
was
they
like more
refer to as zip disk?
rectangular, and it was like hard. It wasn't very floppy at all. It looked like a storage, like a externally storage drive kind of thing, but real slim, small, like a floppy. But it was like a more hard device. But it was like a smart card kind of thingy. Zip disks were weird.
I think we're talking about the same thing.
But a
just
lot of things,
different
man.
English words.
A lot of things.
English has been pissing me off lately.
Yeah.
Everybody says the
gripe
same
about it
thing in
sometimes.
different words. Like, no, it's
Yeah.
like this. Like, I'm saying the same thing as you.
Yeah.
No, it's this. It's not. Like, no, the words mean the same shit.
Yeah. It's not words, it's just comprehension.
It's definitely both.
Yeah, sure. But I would wonder if you'd have the same problem in other languages. It's not like
No, that's why I say
Like words.
English has been pissing me off. There's several other languages where there's just no other meaning for that type of word, which is not Japanese. Japanese is worse than English.
oh god, yeah. Dude, they have 5 different inflections for like each word, if not more.
Yeah.
And that means different things
Yeah.
sometimes.
I love that guy's it's like the real Japan. I don't know. It's this dude and his friend, I think, that the one guy dresses up in like some traditional like a gi, like a shogun guy kind of deal, traditional Japan wear, and his buddy's just a little newer age Japan. He looks like he's stoned out of his gourd every time.
That's racist.
And he
Just because you got Asian eyes don't mean he's stoned, bro. Come on, Jiminy Christmas.
if you've seen him, you'd understand. But
Just joking.
yeah, it's a good stereotype joke. But yeah, he said they do that whole thing. They go through every like word that means several
Yeah.
different things.
You know, thinking about this
They
now,
make it pretty
you remember
comedical.
Servando?
Yeah,
So I had a partner back in the old days of this company, and he was a Mexican kid. but everyone always thought he was Asian. So like customers would come up to me and be like, hey, something, something. And I'd be like, what are you talking about? Oh, well, I was speaking to the like little Asian boy that was in here earlier. And it turned out he was just stoned all the time.
Didn't help the stereotyping of his Asian part. No, that wouldn't have helped. if you're stoned out of the gourd,
if you're light,
you might be seen as an Asian, no matter how light your skin.
If you're light brown skinned,
when there's all these racist Americans around, like, oh, squinty eye, they must be. Oh, I can't say that word anymore. We might get canceled, even for comedic purposes.
Oh, dude,
somebody's gonna get offended out there.
I think the Indians might shut us down because we were talking about the poop festival, bro. So we got too many, Make sure to share this show out, folks, because, hey, if they're going to come for us, we're going to need your support.
That's only if our episode has technical difficulties and the technical staff has to go in and view, because, do you get where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
So they're the technical support staff. So only if they get called in to see it, they're going to see it. And then they'll see it and they'll be like, hey, fuck these guys.
That was the other joke I was going to make was
technical difficulties you thought was the only problem you have now, shit Tucker.
That was the other joke I was going to say, bro. This guy thought he was just making a documentary about a poop festival, but then everybody started doxing him and threatening his life. And it's like, how did they dox me? And he's like, I've got all of the information on you, you shithead. I have scammed your mom, your cousin, your sister. I have all the information.
That's do we have anything about that in the locals for the week? This whole SNAP benefit, we're all talking about money here, money there, money be grabbed. Well, one thing people were talking about is how much because they were actually doing a bill about it some months back. Because Americans get scammed so much, and it's like several billion just that we're out of money because we got scammed as Americans every year. They're like, well, what about that money? Well, I don't know.
Well, the one I heard today,
if it's scammed out, either it wasn't there or it's not going to be there. In the end result of it anyways, it wasn't going to stay in their pocket if it got scammed out of them or not.
Like, it has nothing to do with the government. You're just saying, like, the stats
that money
of, like,
would have left that person's pocket, whether a scammer got it or something else.
Right.
So, like, what does it matter that money probably wouldn't have stayed in our economy?
No, the scammers, it stayed in the economy, though, because the scammer stole it, and they would have just blown it on something stupid in economy.
Probably would have at least gotten back to our economy a little bit, yeah.
But most of the money,
biggest commerce in the world.
I wonder what the actual stat is, because most of the money that gets scammed is just replaced by bank insurance anyway. So then it's like making up fake money again.
And that's the thing is, because you're like, oh, well, the banks just print it off. Well, I mean, yeah, they do, but there's inflation and then the not being backed by gold, which is a different issue.
So my point is, like, the banks actually don't have better security here in the West is because they skim off the top on insurance claims. So people get scammed for something from a scammer. The bank goes, oh, don't worry, we'll like give you that money back. They're not getting the money back from the freaking Indian people.
People, the main thing is people talk about is, oh, well, the insurance had to pay out. Who pays where does insurance get their money? From us.
Right.
The taxpayer.
Well, insurance payer.
What some people think.
Sure. No segues kind of weak, apparently.
It's like, you could say that's kind of how it works, but at the same time, it's silly because if you understand how the Federal Reserve works, it doesn't matter how you cut it. The balloon is ever inflating.
Well, yeah, but
it's a private organization.
You're jumping all the way to the Fed Reserve. I'm like, that's far away from like the banks replacing money for scammers or some shit. So,
right, yeah. What's this?
So no segues for the week. Apparently, I'm not as good as usual, but this is an honorable mention here. A good friend of the show, Mr. Brett Weinstein, and also Mr. Joe Rogan. This is the clip I would highly recommend, maybe storing in your noodles so you could pull it up over at the locals.mastash.com. In the locals feed, you could easily just search for COVID and this would come up. But Mr. Brett Weinstein here is opining on the aftermath of COVID. And I just thought it would be interesting to listen to his take on this because he is a biological scientist. So if somebody was still trying to give you shit when you try and tell them, you know, like, oh, the COVID vaccine was a little bit BS and it harmed a lot of people, and they're like, well, you're no scientist, just put this clip on.
Off the market. I don't understand how they should be so embarrassed and horrified at the harm they did that this should be an easy one.
So how are they still selling it? How are they still pushing it? Like, what is this? What are they saying it does for you now?
I mean, I guess they're sticking with their, you know, like 14th fallback position of it reduces the harm of COVID.
No, is this because pulling it from the market is an admission of guilt or an admission of knowledge that it's not effective and it's not necessary anymore? And then
something.
The thing is, they don't have to worry because of the fact that it's classified as a vaccine. They don't have to worry about being sued.
Well, they do. They do.
How so?
The immunity from liability is dependent on there having been no fraud, and there clearly was fraud. So, in light of that,
I didn't know there was any caveats like that.
Oh yeah.
That makes it much more interesting.
It's much more interesting.
Yeah, but how do you define fraud? Because they've sold drugs where they had like 10 studies and one of them was good. They're
Let's
like,
try
we got
this
a good
one.
study.
Let's try this one.
Okay.
The insufficient amount of safety testing that was done before these things were released was done with mRNA vaccines produced in a process that did not involve DNA.
So no human trials. Like, we've been singing this for like how many years now here on the Truther Cast and the people we recommend you follow. But, you know, reminder, if you've heard this before or if you haven't, yeah, listen up.
The product that was actually injected into billions of people involved DNA plasmids, and there is massive contamination in the shots that were actually delivered, including the SV40 promoter, simian virus 40.
We talked about that the last time we were on, right?
I think we probably did.
I think we did.
But in any case, the point is, for you to put your process 1 drug through safety testing and then inject people with something different that has other components that were not tested is fraudulent.
Can I stop you real quick? So this could be standalone. Could you just explain the whole SV40 thing to people and how it became an issue?
So there are lots of techniques that are used in order to generate a lot of product, right? In this case, what they used is a plasmid, which is a circular piece of DNA, in order to basically create vats that would grow the product necessary that would later be coated in the lipid nanoparticle. So they used bacteria to do the heavy lifting. There is a requirement that you purify DNA out, and there are standards, which are way too high, but there are standards that you can't go above in terms of how much DNA contamination you can have left over from your production process. But in this case, it isn't even that the quality control is garbage and there was too much stuff left over because the process didn't work very well.
Remember when they tried to say, no, there's not like weird DNA in it, because people were like, oh, there's DNA in it. They're injecting us with DNA, you know, and then like push back on that.
They tried denying everything said about the jab.
It's literally how it's made.
Yep.
The problem is that there was a much more painstaking way of producing technically the same product that did not involve DNA plasmids at all. And so what you've got left over in these vials, and we're talking about largely the work of Kevin McKernan, who took vials that were given to him, stuff that was actually injected in people. There was leftover stuff in the vials, and he tested a bunch of these things, found DNA contamination across the board. So What you're left with is a promoter, which is a genetic trigger that we know is common in lab techniques, and it originally comes from simian virus 40, and we know that it's carcinogenic. So that promoter is left over in vials from shots that were actually injected into people. And that means that all of the things that we were told about the potential for these mRNA shots to integrate into your genome, that was impossible, they told us, right? Well, first of all, it's not impossible. There's lots of interesting stuff that goes on in cells that involves, reverse transcription and things like that. But even what we were told, that there's no DNA, so integration is not an issue, is a lie, because there is DNA left over in these vials. And it's not just some old DNA, it's DNA with the SV40 promoter, which is a genetic engineering tool that has carcinogenic potential. So
another one, we were saying that it was gene therapy, that it was trying to manipulate your DNA, and they all said no.
Yep.
Straight from the biological scientist man himself.
It's always been denial.
Like, golly, man. That's the clip you share out, folks. If you got somebody that's still a COVID denier, they say like Holocaust denier and this denier and that denier. Well, there are also COVID deniers. So I just found out that Holocaust denier doesn't mean that you don't believe the Holocaust existed necessarily, but you just believing that the story was told embellishedly makes you a Holocaust denier. So if you say anything like, oh, that many people were not murdered, and oh, it was like not as bad as everyone says.
Well, yeah.
That's what they call a Holocaust denier.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, it has to do with critiquing Jews. And that could be anti-Semitic. So, of course, it's got the utmost barriers to picking at its weak spots.
And my over-analytical take was that it meant like you thought like, oh, the Holocaust didn't exist. And I was like, what? What moron thinks that? Then I found, oh, it's just if you like critique the official narrative, of course, duh.
I mean, the super black pillars. There's like some viewpoints and stories told to where, like, if you went on a real limb, there might be a slim chance. Oh yeah, maybe it wasn't like that. Maybe there actually was, but we have too much evidence to support it at least happened in somewhat of a. It might not have happened in the scale that was told.
Well,
it might have been a tall tale.
You're right.
But the tale that some Jews were having some things done to them, they're sent to a certain place. There was. Well, don't look like that could have not been a possibility.
Finding out that it's a lie, the story I grew up thinking and believing my entire life that Hitler, like, murdered himself, that's completely a not true event. That makes the whole thing suspect, in my humble opinion. So I never would have even considered this, oh, the numbers were embellished and, oh, some of the story was, a little bit manipulated. I never would have even considered that until I find out, oh, wait a second. The CIA, helped Hitler get over to Argentina where he like lived out his life and died of old age, unhealth or something. Well, now, the other crazy stuff sounds maybe possible.
Yeah, there's always three sides to the story.
Yeah, I suppose so. That's a crazy. Yeah, so we have covered the James O'Keefe exposing the ATI group, stealing our taxpayer money, right? So this week it continues where our good friend of the show, Mr. James O'Keefe, is continuing to expose the ATI people. And then, thank the Lord.
My grandma has a home on the reservation.
What's that?
Stussy internet. What the heck is Stussy?
Maybe it's just totally legit.
I thought Bussies was one thing. Now we got Stussy.
It could be Stussy, and it's like a legitimate thing.
It probably is, but still, come on, man. Who thought that was a good name for it?
I don't know. Somebody did not know what that was going to sound like. My grandma's home on the reservation has no insulation, and this millionaire person is making money off of us. We don't benefit a single dime, blah, 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 blah. Exposing this ATI group that's like screwing people over and then taking tax money from the taxpayers, right? Well,
exploiters.
We now have what is this? Secretary, some official person. Okay, yeah. The U.S. Department of Treasury is now going to immediately halt approximately $253 million that was going to this ATI Government Solutions Group. So thank you, James O'Keefe. That's what traditional OG, the actual definition of journalism type people are for, bro. Exposing the corruption, shining the light on the terrible things, so then something can be done about it, dude. So that's like a giant effing win in my book, man. That's flipping huge.
I was hoping to see James O'Keefe taking somebody out to dinner when we're going out to dinner out there on the weekend. Like, I might actually get to witness James O'Keefe and somebody in the line. I probably would have given. I would have had to stay way far away. Yeah, because I would have given up.
Gotta leave. Yeah,
I would have been way too giddy.
No, we gotta go, bro.
They would have seen me like, wait, something's up. They would have smelled fishy. Like, sorry, I don't want to blow the cover.
You would have blew his cover, bro.
They just see me just Harito running right on out of the joint.
I'm so sorry, friend. We must leave this establishment. What? But I'm hungry. Nah, bro. Sorry, we gotta bounce.
Anybody goes to Arlington, Virginia, visit Carbonara's. You'll probably need to make a reservation, at least if you're planning on going there all day ahead. Absolutely fantastic food. Go see them.
The SBA also suspended ATI stuff, bro. So this is like, thank God. Which is majority owned by Susanville, Indiana Rancheria. That's a person's name?
That was me shouting you out, James O'Keefe. Go to Carbonara. Give him some support. I heard Biden was there an hour before we ate there, so it's known for having some people on that side of the line.
Usual suspects.
There. Yeah, they're already they're confident in the environment, so you can catch them, with their pants down per se. And when we're eating there, a guy, FBI actually showed up. Yeah. This guy, I thought he was off duty. Had FBI on the official looking jacket. And then he got up finally after a little while, went walking away. And then you could actually read, and it said, fucking bad idea. I was like, oh, well, yeah, I still like it, but dang, I thought you were an actual Fed for this whole time. And you, nope, was definitely not.
That's funny.
Probably wouldn't have ever been a Fed even if they offered it to him on a golden platter.
So we got a fresh one from the Data Republican. This woman here is breaking a story about international actors who are involved in a State Department-led color revolution. So it's kind of like that color revolution that, again, the mainstream media tried to
talking about?
Gaslight us. So this is not speculation, she says. It's straight from the recorded call. An ex-USAID employee describes how before January 20th, they moved internal groups off government systems and into an encrypted signal chat, then quickly linked the foreign partners and the NGOs after the inauguration. This attempt at creating a color revolution isn't new news. This part was already reported to Notice, I don't know what that is, earlier this year. But what's not reported is the international aspect. One participant explicitly frames it as a global anti-authoritarian movement connecting U.S. officials with colleagues from around the world who have dealt with this directly. They reference coordination with Johns Hopkins, International Democracy and Conflict Mitigation Spaces, the efforts to mobilize across borders against what they perceive as domestic authoritarianism. At what point does this become treason? For real, dude. And it's treason when it's like with the foreign enemy. If it's with a foreign ally, it's still just espionage.
Yeah.
like giving away our information to foreign entities or something like that, right? But like, bro, how absolutely bonkers is that, dude? So this woman was spilling the beans, bro. Ex-USAID employee finally spilling the beans, which good for her. God bless. And hopefully she gets some security because things are weird out there nowadays. But like, golly, would have been great if you blew the whistle while it was all going on, lady. Like, how long had it been going on?
Yeah.
Golly. Oh, it's so frustrating, folks. So frustrating.
It's always easier to be full of courage, not in the time needed.
Right.
After the hard time.
We experience.
Yeah, it's so tricky because then you're, I'm asking you to ruin your life because, like, oh, got to figure things out and watch your butt or something. But god dang. So, God bless that she came out and blew the whistle now, at least. But that's absolutely bonkers. And again, USAID was that thing that was giving away all of our tax money to NGOs and shit, bro. And so now there's actual potential allegations of them being connected to an entire international system called a global anti-authoritarian movement, which I'm imagining it was ironic because it was most likely to try and stop Trump. If this was all being hidden when the Biden admin was wrapping things up, and switching over, right?
Probably.
Probably doing some dirty deeds and selling out Americans.
Yep, probably.
Absolutely bonkers. But go follow the Data Republican, parenthesis small r. But if you just type in Data Republican into the X, she'll come up. Great profile to follow on the X. If you don't have an X account yet, what are you doing? Go make yourself an X account. You can follow me at Mastache, and then you can see who I follow to help yourself build a better news feed in a sooner fashion. So, you've remembered on the show before, I've brought up this Mr. Dr. Makis on the X, and he has talked about that fenbendazole, mebendazole, and ivermectin treatment, right?
Yeah.
That, hey, we're not medical professionals. This is for educational entertainment purposes, right? We are just simply reporting the information that's out there, folks. But we have reported on him showing testimonials of people allegedly saying that they have cured their cancer with a doctor guided, treatment of fenbendazole, menbendazole, and ivermectin. Now we have this guy who's even more biggers and populars than Mr. Campbell. We had this guy on a lot during the COVID thing, right? We were showing his videos a lot during COVID.
Yeah,
this dude
posting a lot during COVID.
Oh, he keeps posting all the time, but it was just more relevant for COVID because I still watch some of his videos from time to time. And for example, this one, because he is talking about fenbendazole studies potentially curing a woman that had metastasized, he's totally screwed, stage 4 breast cancer. And I've read a testimonial like that over on Mr. Makis's X feed. So if you know anybody that has cancer that you love, make sure to have them shoot a message over to Dr. Makis on X or just hit me up because I got his email because I wanted to get it for a couple of my loved ones that had cancer, right? And man, if they could get help from a doctor and then the cancer go away, ain't that what we're all just aiming for at the end of the day, man? God dang. So I just thought it was very substantial to see Mr. Dr. Campbell talking about this because, he's a, serious independent like doctor man that is now it's just a YouTube doctor man, but he's talking about medical stuff a lot. He's real in the middle. He doesn't get like political and stuff. He just talks about the fact stuff, but he was, professionally exposing COVID a lot during the COVID time. So he is a very trying to be professional and revered YouTube doctor man. Absolutely interesting to me that he was covering this fenbendazole potentially being a treatment for cancer. And just like ivermectin, guess what fenbendazole and menbendazole are? They're like a dog dewormer and they're off patent. So
makes sense.
Your whole entire treatment might cost like $7 a treatment.
And it doesn't try to kill your entire body.
Right, bro. Like, And I don't know if like, oh, you don't need any chemo at all when you do this, or maybe the chemo works better, you know, because like, oh, it's killing off all the parasites or something. But
no, the chemo, it wouldn't make chemo. Just needs to stay out of people and just
that
entirely,
seems rough, dude. Yeah.
Well, what any other thing in? Yeah, no. Nope. Well, I'm just gonna shut up as normal.
I've heard a bunch of doctors say that chemo is literally just chicken, bro. It's we're trying to see who dies first, the cancer or you, and it's like that's depressing.
Yeah, it's poison.
Yeah, that's just depressing. So, Dr. Makis on the X, go check him out. He talks a lot about the fenbendazole, mebendazole, and the ivermectin potentially being a cure for cancer. So consult your medical professionals, folks, and go get good professional medical advice from your doctor.
Yep, we're not medical professionals. None of this is medical advice or whatever. Not financial advisors, not legal advisors, not medical, whatever, all of them. All of them. We're no advisors of any kind. We're a show of entertainment.
I'm a business advisor. And a technology advisor.
Not me. That's him.
Honorable mention. Did you know that DOGE is still a thing?
Yeah.
DOGE is still a thing, folks.
Yep, it is. And the debt clock is still a thing.
Right? And DOGE is one of the only things we have actually trying to help with that?
The only thing I'd say it's like interconnected.
And definitely like actually functioning right now.
And could be real interesting on if there is a hidden purpose behind all that or not.
You think there's some kind of where like nothing's good and Doge is like screwing us or something?
I can't remember if I posted it in the locals or not. I guess
you had a few from earlier in the week.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah. But they just knocked out $1.4 billion of contracts, so they saved about $648 million. So if you didn't know, Doge is still doing their thing. I already posted about that. All right, here's one. Okay, yeah, debt site thing. Is this good timing here?
Yeah, looks like should be good timing.
Yeah, Mr. Dan posted, we haven't visited the U.S. debt website for a bit, and apparently it's been making some strange moves, hopefully for the better.
Clock posted this image, The Great Unwind, on October 22nd at 12:12 p.m. I really low-key do not believe that is random, because Q post 12:12 basically
he bringing in Q post over here?
Yeah.
State that we are watching a movie. And this image right here really resembles an old VHS tape. Possibly that was a clue? Because right now, this whole entire movie feels like it is being rewound right now. This debt-based system, this Ponzi scheme is unwinding right now and is going into the new USA Treasury dollar. If you go over to the usdebtclock.org right now and you look at the interest on the debt, you will notice that it's actually going backwards right now. Yeah, I know, it's shocking, right? As the U.S. national debt is continuing to increase, the interest on that debt is decreasing, along with the debt to GDP ratio. And what I was trying to figure out was when this event actually took place. Because I remember before specifically that the debt to GDP ratio was over 124%, and the interest on the debt was over $1 trillion a year. And that's when it clicked to me. It happened on October 13th, and the way I figured that out was because I went to the Wayback Machine and just put in the usdebtclock.org and went back in time. This was a previous image that was given to us months ago that shows future headline: Federal Marshal raids Federal Reserve Building in New York City in search of the looted USA gold. That that right there was the moment that the movie cut scenes. Moving away from that fake debt system right there and going into the real wealth that was being recaptured. Think about it. What if it was all symbolic of just repossessing of this hidden wealth that was hidden from us because of this private banking cartel since 1913? And right after that date of October 13th, the interest on the debt started going backwards, and the secret image that pops up stating that it has been recaptured. The castle shown on the recaptured assets, Chateau de Chambord, built by King Francis I of France. This is the
dang, they
same
got
king.
some like hidden little rabbit holes on the site too, dude.
Yeah, apparently.
That ushered in the Renaissance after the Dark Ages. Symbolically, this castle could represent us returning back to sovereignty. The reclamation of wealth, knowledge from the corrupt powers from the past. I feel like the same thing is happening right now. As
So, man, do you think this is like a Trump's doing good thing, or like, oh, the bad guys are doing something and we just don't understand yet? I want to think it's like, oh, hey, Trump admin doing the good thing, right? But I'm like,
yeah,
I'm the opium guy.
Yeah, I would hope so, but yeah, I don't know. I can't say either or on it.
What's this? What she was talking about? How do you make a secret window? Oh, so it's not like hidden, but cool. It's got a free PDF book. I haven't seen that.
Oh, yeah, it's even the same one that came up when he clicked, maybe.
Where's the interest one? Right here. It is going backwards. What?
Is it?
Yeah, the interest one is going backwards.
Yeah, that's basically all I want. Like, actually, fact check that it wasn't just him making some bull crap up.
Right? Yeah, check it out. This is going backwards. So
Yeah, it's going backwards, all right.
The only next one would be to get confirmation from them that some kind of a computer bug didn't happen.
And Medicaid, Medicare is just still flying up there.
Yeah. The national debt is going up slower than it used to, though. Somebody was noting the other day.
Our gross our GDP is going up faster than Medicaid debt, so that's cool.
Interesting.
Not faster than the national debt, but.
Dogecoin's going pretty damn good.
Damn, 214 billion.
That's pretty awesome, in my opinion, man. Better than effing getting nothing.
Yeah, no.
That we was getting or something, right?
I like how the goal for the clock also goes up.
Why does the goal go up? I was wondering that as well.
We just look, they keep spending money, so we just have to keep moving the goalpost. I mean, to keep things going, you have to keep spending the money. It's just how it goes.
Yeah, you got to keep money in flow. Just like all things of energy in this reality. The money must flow.
Border encounters 2025, 67,735. Wonder what that means exactly. Encounters. People trying to pass, or...
Right. That's what I think it means, just running into them or something.
Ooh, they even have a U.S. population in there.
Where was the border one you saw?
Down at the bottom there. Red. Yeah, you're right next to that one.
You can hover over the thingies. Total number of southwest border interactions between individuals attempting to cross the U.S. border and CBP officers.
Okay.
Interesting. And that number isn't moving.
Yeah. I mean, I guess it's got
You see the border encounters for last year?
I was going to say, I feel like that is not correct, but it's probably not far off at least.
We got it down to 0 crossings.
Because the majority was all 20, 21, or 21, 22, 23.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, no, in 24 right here was 1.7 million. Up until Trump took office of January, February, right? 2020. Or yeah, January 20th, they just said was inauguration, right? Or was it February? But this year, 2025, he actually like took over. So last year it was 1.7 million interactions, right? And then now we got 0 border crossings. You know, maybe somebody is crossing the border, but they're doing it sneakily where they're getting past us. But where there's a border patrol, there are no crossings. That's interesting.
You talking about that? The U.S. Border Patrol has been putting out some good ones still. I don't know if I said. They had one where it was like, how you cross the U.S. border undetected, and it was from them. You're like, what? What do you? Yeah, how do you do that? And then it's just a picture of the river. It's calm. And all of a sudden, two of their boats just come flying into view, and it says, "You don't."
Nice.
And it's like, oh man, yep, they're still throwing bangers out there.
Nice.
Whoever's in charge of their media department is definitely they own one.
That's awesome. Yeah, they're crushing it, right? This week's update from Mr. Dan Bonajingo. 3 research scholars from China, Zubai Fergfan Zhang and Ziyong Zhang, have been charged with conspiracy to smuggle biological materials into the United States. And for making false statements to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection officers. These are the latest charges in a sting of cases stemming from the Chinese national students' criminal activities at university research centers. Like, this is the first time it's ever happened, right? It's not like what we said with COVID, where like it was smuggled into America on purpose or anything, right?
Nope, never.
Like that one guy that
totally no possibility
got caught with that vial of black liquid that was like never mentioned in the mainstream news media.
Yeah.
FBI counterintelligence will not tolerate any attempt to exploit American institutions to break the law, and we remain dedicated to protecting our communities and our educational institutions from threats like this. God bless you, Mr. Dan Bongino. Man. So, hey, Mr. Dan Bongino's still out there, folks. Don't forget about that one, man. And then this might be a good one to pull up in the locals community, folks, if you need those informational tidbits, those mind bullets for later discussions at the Thanksgiving Day table.
Bullets.
You should be able to just pull this up in the locals community by searching for Dan Bongino. Don't spell it how I say it, Dan Bonajingo. That is just a funny way to say it. But Dan Bongino will pull this up for you, and then you pull this up. And then you show this to your auntie that's bitching about, something doesn't believe you that Chinese spy people are bringing shit in over the border. And maybe these aren't spies. Maybe they just thought they were going to do a cool lab test.
Spies are just in the movies. They're not real.
Maybe they thought they were just doing some cool nerd shit, man.
Yeah. But it was just a scene for a movie. There just wasn't any camera crew.
Cool. Well, it's like the movie, bro. Like all the tinfoil headers keep saying, like the last guy. Oh, the movie, bro. Oh, the movie, man. They're just messing with us, bro. You and I, man. Just a movie. So more J6 stuff? No, Russia collusion. So let's switch over to Russia collusion factoids. So this is a good one. If you go to the locals community, you could search for Russia collusion. You don't have to type the accent in. You just think like I sound, and then you type Russia collusion. Don't have a fat finger like that one time I said Kofefe. It'll be a whole different search. But if you go over to the locals community, folks, and you search for Comey or Russia collusion, you can pull up this one and remember and show somebody that James Comey tried to get his indictment thrown out only for prosecutors to drop even more explosive evidence. A handwritten note from Comey himself reveals he knew all about the scheme behind Russia collusion hoax. HRC, Hillary Rodham Clinton, plan to tie up Trump. He's writing down notes like, HRC plan to get Trump.
Is her middle name really Rodham?
Yeah.
I think it would sound a lot cooler if it was Car Ramrod, but yeah.
I just misunderstood it one time, and I thought it was Rodham.
I wonder how that name originated, because certain last names, like they would have been the butcher or the sheep birder, just because their last name. Yeah. Where's Rodham from? Yeah, we're the people who took ham and we make rods with it. We hang it up and we smoke it and we made rods of ham. Hence, we are the Rodhams. Cool. Cool evolution of society has been very interesting.
Very likely. Rottingham sounds like a familiar name, though.
What?
Like Rottingham? That sounds like an also old, like a last name I've heard before. Not Rodham, but Rottingham.
We are the famous people who turned Rottingham into an edible meal.
Rodin, but yeah, more informational tidbits coming out, folks. They've got the facts, God bless it. So hopefully we can get this indictment of James Comey to go somewhere where he actually has some sort of a punishment and justice for his crimes. Because a lot of people wiggled out of shit because they pleaded, oh, it was a whoopsie-dozy, give me a break. But Comey was actually like a lifelong lawyer man and then like a government lawyer man. So he is not going to be able to plead a lot of like, oh, man, I just didn't know you. I didn't know you're not supposed to do that. So I guess that is also one of the angles that's, being mentioned when talking about the Comey thing is it might be able to be a little bit more substantial of getting him arrested and actual some kind of prosecutorial comeuppance. So that could be true. So I hope to goodness, man. I hope to goodness, because Mr. Comey definitely was doing some dirty deeds done dirt cheap there, right?
Dirty deeds done dirt cheap. Dirty deeds.
What was Dan talking about here, man? He said, so are we voting Pritzker
I think this is
out of office this next time, or can we impeach him now?
This is a senator, Congress member, yeah. Basically talking about how he's been for a while.
Hell yeah. So like a representative actually saying what we want.
Anybody that's an Illinois resident, your internet, probably that too. But the electric bill has...
And the gas, bro. The gas is outrageous.
I'd say the electrics had a higher percentage uptick than the gas.
I feel like the gas went up more.
But it might just be dependent on your sit, because some people have a gas water here, some people have electric, some people are just going to end up using more of it.
Yeah.
I think they have about the same percentage uptick on both of them, though. Yeah, they've both gone up over the years.
Illinois,
no doubt.
Obviously, yeah.
Illinois has lost 6,000 megawatts of reliable 24-hour power. That's the equivalent of 3 nuclear power plants, or enough power to power 1 million homes in this state. Gone. Under your guys' leadership, here we are, $8 billion in rate increases on the people of the state of Illinois. $8 billion. Who can afford to live here? You have a study on a bill that didn't exist when the study was done. Why? Because the bill wasn't filed till Tuesday. Who believes you? Nobody. Nobody in reality. They do believe their power bill because they get it every month. They do know when it's done every month, and you're taking the caps off. Katie, bar the door. Here they come. You want some more facts, since we're dealing in facts? 2019, electricity was 8.6 cents per kilowatt. In the summer of this year, it was 23. That's triple. triple under the leadership of Governor Pritzker and the supermajority Democrats in this state who keep telling us, oh, we're here to help, little guy. We care. We care about you, little guy.
Woke up and says, bro, I had it, man.
I mean, who hasn't? If you live in Illinois, man, who hasn't had it?
Bro,
I mean,
is this his like account? Oh yeah, we gotta follow this, homie.
The first thing is you pay almost $30 a month just to be connected to the gas line. It's called the customer charge.
Yeah, brain dead. There's so many stupid fees, bro.
And then you get hit with actual paying for the gas of how much you use in the supply of it, which is all you. Thanks for being a customer. Shouldn't that be a discount on my service? Thanks for being a loyal customer. Oh wait, it's because we kind of can't go to somebody else. Like what? These giant Nicor and ComEd. Okay. Who else do you go to if you don't go to them? Oh, well, there's NRG. Sure, you could say that. They are not ComEd.
I've never heard of anyone else you could ever use. You can only use like a different freaking in between or something.
Guess what they are?
Like I got Constellation.
All they are is like your real estate agent. They're just the mediator.
Right.
They might buy in bulk and sell, but generally it's just always cheaper to just stick with the main supplier because guess what? Guess who NRG buys their energy to sell to you from ComEd?
Right.
Yeah. So you might as well just go to the source, and the source is really grateful that you're their customer, so they make sure to charge you just to be the customer every single month.
This is the guy, right?
Almost a majority of the charge.
His name effing Chapin? His first name is Chapin.
I guess so.
Where's that one come from? Name etymology guy?
We come from the windy flat plains. The wind's real rough and it gets a little cold and our lips be chapping all year long.
I was thinking more like,
we're the chappins. We all have chap lips in these parts.
We put our horse chaps on, so we were chapping.
Yeah, could be that way too. Could be just a couple of good old horse ranchers.
Yeah, that's the guy, right? That's the guy.
Looks like him.
Yeah. Chapin. Wait, he's a senator here? I thought we only had dirty Democrat senators. Oh, bro, his website don't even work, bro.
He's a senator from the district outside Chicago.
We gotta have a talk. That's 51st?
Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing.
There's no way, right? District.
Just look up Illinois 51st district.
I thought it was gonna freaking tell me just right by typing in that one.
Images.
I did type it in.
Images.
Yeah, right over here.
Yeah, south.
So he's a senator, though?
But
oh,
yeah,
we only had dirty Democrat senators.
Well, he's from...
Why don't we know about this man? Just because he's not our senator?
Senator? He's a centaur.
Yeah, so like, man, let's support this bloke. God bless. Yeah. Down with Pritzker and with my damn electric bills.
And you know what? It makes sense because actually the local nuke plant out in Byron, I guess they've been expanding. Like they build a bunch of addition because and they don't actually power anything local. We don't get our power from Byron. Byron supplies, I think, southern or out to Chicago area.
Interesting.
Yeah, they don't even supply our local area at all. But they built an addition. It's not enough. And once I heard that they've been struggling at the nuke plant, it's like, oh yeah, and they don't even use power from our local plant in our local area.
It's brain dead.
No wonder we're down 6,000 megawatts
And then also that just sounds like when the Saudis bought the, parking meters in Chicago and they own them for the next 30 years.
Yeah.
And we're like, when the Illinois tollway was sold to some kind of a company that's like out of state.
I think they're Swedish.
Like,
I think it ended up being in the end of things in a Swedish company, but maybe not.
we looked it up and it the bias AI was like, no, they're still American.
They have an entity
Yeah.
in the U.S.
It's like,
it's a P.O. box.
We'll have to look farther. I've heard it many times that is not an American company that owns our tollway in Illinois, but
Yeah.
I heard it was Wisconsin, and then it was sold off to some foreign entity. That was the story I heard.
Did
But
you
that's
hear-
all I got for you,
Did
folks.
you hear how the Wisconsin governor actually defied Trump's orders? He was still sending SNAP out.
Oh,
Even
no
though-
way.
Yeah, he told Trump, "No, I'm still going to do it."
Interesting.
Because he's the blue.
Yeah,
He's
sure.
a blue governor.
Cool. So, like, is anyone gonna do something about that? And does he get punished for not following the law?
Right? Yeah. Who knows?
That's what
Hopefully, but
Tim Cass is
probably
always
not.
talking about. Like, laws don't actually exist technically; they're just ideas or guidelines, and
They're
it's the
just-
people that enforce them locally that make that rule or that law exist.
There's suggestions for when to use the yardstick.
Yeah, right.
Per se.
Right.
Catholic
And then
classroom.
if you don't get in trouble and arrested and fined for it, is it really a law? Like pontificating or something like. Yep, very true. Very true.
I mean, we all like a warning or a couple.
You're right.
Before getting the ass whooping.
I got a warning for forgetting to update my registration on my vehicle, and I was very appreciative of that police officer, man.
Yeah.
But I did not receive a warning for that no turn on red during 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I was very upset about that one. That was bullshit. And now I'm
Well-
spending $400 to get it on court soup.
Expensive not to read sometimes.
God dang. Well, bro, my bullshit was the signs were blocked by the two cars that were in front of me. And then the one guy turned on red during 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And then the next guy turned right on red during 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I didn't look for the signs while I was creeping up
just
and
went,
following the leader.
I mean, yeah. It looks like these. I'm assuming the guys in front of me know what they're doing. They're driving.
Yes.
They also should have a license if they're on the road.
And they should be reading the signs too.
But I tell you what, you drive just over the weekend on the East Coast, which have some of the worst rated states for drivers, and you're like, yeah. I mean, I guess people they should have the right to be able to use not just a bicycle to get to and from miles and miles away from where they need to commute, but maybe they should just strategically live close to where they need to be because they have no business being behind a giant 4,000-pound missile.
It's just that different.
They suck.
You can it's just clearly that different. You're saying.
Okay, so
I don't get out much, so
literally we land, we get our rental car. First thing we always do, we go get French toast at Metro 29 or whatever it is diner. That's right down, it's 15 minutes from the airport in Arlington. We pull in. First off, person pulling out almost in the middle. We barely could get in there. It's a 2-car inlet outlet. You're like, okay, yeah, you're either just a dick or you don't understand how much room you got on that side. And so then we squeeze past them. We go to the back of the lot where normally is only parking spaces when we get there. And to the only parking space we could get to, on the left side, the driver was over the line on the right. And on the right side of the gap that we had, the driver was complete angled, front nose over the line, back same side of the car wheel on the other side of the
they
line.
just don't care about lines.
They
and
were
rules
literally
there.
just totally crossed over. And then another person comes while Buddy was having a smoke before going into the restaurant, and they hop the curb and curb rash their brand new Subaru rims quite a twice, not only once. They had to back up, try it again, and then do the same thing a second time, and then parked very crooked in the spot. So within 20 minutes of being in the Arlington area, we witnessed just horrible atrocities of driving abilities.
That's insane.
And then just everywhere, it's like that everywhere you go. Everybody's clogging up the lanes. They don't know how to drive. This one guy, I mean, because even at the track, you're at a racetrack. People they should know how to drive, right? They should be pretty good at driving in tight spots. This guy had 5 foot on the side of him. He's like, I don't have any room. I was like, you have a race car in the trailer in the back. You're telling me you can't cut this gap? No wonder you lost. If you can't judge that gap as a driver, yeah, no, you probably shouldn't be the driver. Hopefully you're not the driver of the car because you suck. But yep. Yeah, I looked it up. It's statistically like people agree. It's some of the worst rated states for drivers. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just being blue.
I think it's what's that word that
when you're not that manly, you just
what's
can't
that
drive
word that
well.
you said it was earlier? Oh yeah, that's right. Entitlement.
I think it's literally just brain deadism over there.
I'm saying
it's
that's
brain rot.
Yeah, the entitlement. They just think, oh, they're so. I'll do everything, Lee. It's my world. You're just living in it.
There's no other drivers. The road's just for me. Yeah. Oh.
You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yep. Sure is.
That's all I got for you, folks. Make sure to share that show and do not be the hoe. That's that free way to help out around here. If you got $1 and you would like to help keep the lights on, you should click that join button in the somewhere down over there. There's a join button down there. And if you do that, you'll come over to the Locals community where it is a non-big tech censored platform. So it is a semi-private community where you can hang out for free. You do not need to donate when you hit that join button. Hit I want to see something. There's like a little button that's smaller. And then you can make an account, hang out with us, and watch around for free. But if you want to comment or post things that we will go over for next week, make sure to sign up for that Truther Tribe Primo Squad. And, save $1, better news feed for the code for the promo. And if you got a small business, man, go to that Revival Tech Solutions and send me a message. Or if you got a computer, I'll help you out with that too. But love to help you install some, AI stuff in the business that you got going on. Okay, so the join button's right here. Right under the cast button. Or the cast word. So note to self. Right hand, right side is join button. And then I can point to it, and then it's like breaking the fourth wall.
Right on the right side.
Can I reach out of the screen? Get the join button?
Is it on the Third Reich?
I can't get out. Much appreciated, people. We got the 2. We got the 1. And then we've got one of those. All right.